Jake Johnson is the co-op manager. He was raised on the lower Yukon, knows its problems, and has a personal commitment to solving them. His reflections on the co-op and the conditions that led to its formation give a valuable insight into the whole spectrum of the area's economic and social development.
My own feeling, and I'm taking it from talking to different people, that we've been told what to do for a long time, you know. A guy would come up and outside, and he'd come up and say, I want to hire you for a certain, you know, so much an hour. And they'd come up here, and then we'd say, yes, well, I'll work for you. And then the guy would work, he'd get paid, and a lot of times the pay was kind of low, you know. And in some respects, or a couple of times, some of these people never got paid. And a few of us got together and we started talking about we should have a co-op, or we should have a business of our own. Well, we made up our minds we were going to do it. So we formed a co-op, and we went to one of the banks, and they asked us, how much experience do you have? We said we didn't have any experience. We had experience in working with fish, but we didn't have any business experience. And it's just like closing the door to us. But we went to CEDC, and they sat down and they listened to us. And we told them what we wanted because we knew what we wanted. And we told them we knew how to handle this fish, and they were the first ones to listen to us.
The Community Enterprise Development Corporation of Alaska, CEDC, is a non-profit corporation headquartered in Anchorage. Its purpose is to provide technical assistance as well as grant and loan monies to cooperatives throughout rural Alaska. The Eskimos on the lower Yukon had observed a similar cooperative operating at Bethel on the Kuskokwim. They liked the idea and committed themselves to an even better co-op in their region. But there were problems for the people. The fishing season was still only a month long, and it was restricted to king salmon. When the co-op proved its capability to handle the fish, and when the co-op management found a market for the smaller cohos and silvers, as well as for the fish roe, the State Fish and Game Management extended the season, allowing them to operate throughout most of the summer. Another, even more serious local problem appeared. Some of the people who were working and fishing for the co-op were finding it hard to get credit at Northern Commercial. Mr. Johnson explains how the credit cycle works.
In the fall, when everything's shut down, there's no fishing, and about the only thing there is around here is hunting and stuff like that. Well, the guys around here, from the money that they made that summer, it lasts so long. So the fisherman goes up to the manager of a store and he says, I'd like to get a drum of oil and some groceries. Well, right then and there, the manager knows that this guy needs something from the store, he doesn't have it, and he can't get it any other place. So I've got him. Then he says, okay, fine, you know, go ahead and take this stuff here. And then long about April, early April and last part of May, or early May, the manager of the store says, I need some fishermen. So he says, John Doe, I'd like to see you in the office for a while. The guy comes in, he says, well, last winter when you wanted a can of blazo and a drum of oil, we let you have it on credit. And right now, I need some fishermen. I'd like to sign you up. Well, the guy, the fisherman himself, knows that he owes this money to the company. So he says, okay, I'll fish for you. But that, in my feeling, I think that's completely wrong. Because my people are just like they're herd, you know. They're herded by one individual. Well, what we'd like to do is we'd like to break that system up so that the companies don't have any more control over the people. Let the people do what they want. Let them be their own boss, and let them fish any place they want. A completely independent fisherman. And so that competition can get tougher. Make it tough. In the past, it's been one man's decision. I'm going to have this many people fishing for me, and a lot of times when say an X number of people are fishing for a company, and the fish hit, well, they just throw a lot of fish away, because the company itself isn't geared to take care of that many number of fish. If the fish is running slow, yeah, they can take care of them all right. But over the years, the companies haven't done any or made any improvements on their equipment. Any equipment that they purchase is obsolete. You know? But with the equipment that we've got since we started we've gotten this barge through EDA, and we've got 2 LCMs through that were financed by the Japanese. And this past winter we had 7 skiffs built, you know, the way we want. The skiffs were designed by us, and we had them built in Seattle. What the co-op is doing is trying to make it so that if we get a large number of fishermen or a large number of fish that we get from the fishermen, we have to handle it or be able to take care of it and not throw it away. That's what we're working for, and we'll get there. One thing I'd like to say is that this co-op has a lot of meaning in the long run, you know. The reason why I say that is it's the people that are building it. In the past, these people here that are working in the co-op now have been building up these other companies. Now that they're working for themselves, they're going to build this co-op with their own hands. And they know that what they're building is going to stay together because these people that are working are together. It's not a shaky thing. And if you're working for another company that's privately owned, you don't know from day to day what's going to happen tomorrow. Well, here they know what's going to happen tomorrow because they're the ones that are making it, and they're the ones that are planning it. And there's no other way you can look at it. Without the people there, this co-op wouldn't have gotten this far. And it makes me feel good to see these people doing that because they're my people. And in some cases where you talk to a government agency or some other agency, they say the Eskimo. Well, who is the Eskimo? Well, I'm an Eskimo. You know, I know who I am. And if we can put this thing together, we'll make this thing work, and we'll be good competition to the other companies. There's no other way that we can do it. If we're going to fall off and get behind and not try to build ourselves up, we're going to lose. Well, we're not going to lose. We're going to win.